Hello, friends. This is Rohan Khanna. I hope everyone is safe and sound in this COVID 19 times. It's very important to be indoors and learning. And today, following this dictum, I have come up with a video on a very important question in class 12th English, notice writing. One question, one topic which you people have been doing for 3 4 years and must have attained some amount of expertise. And today, through this video, I'm going to further your knowledge. So let's start the video. Notice writing, class 12 writing skills, and the question is of 4 marks. A notice, students, is normally a printed information meant for a select group, and it is displayed at prominent places. It can also be used for giving information to a segment of people or people at large. Guys, there are certain instructions which we must follow when we are writing a notice. Since it contains formal information, the tone and style is formal and factual. The language has to be very formal and simple. Because the word limit is 50 words, so we should try to make it brief and to the point. Notice should always be put in a box. And when we start the notice, the first thing which we write is the name and the place of the issuing authority. It can be the school, it can be any organization, it can be any office where this notice would be put up and which is issuing the notice. Then we write the word notice at the center, top center. Then on the left hand side we write the date of the issuing of that notice. We must give a very suitable heading which should mention the purpose of the notice. And we should clearly specify the target group for whom this notice is meant. Then we come down to the body part, the content. It should mention all relevant details such as the date, venue, time. And in the end, on the left hand side again, when concluding the notice, we should write the name and designation of the person who is issuing the notice, who is writing this notice. Now, students, the format of a notice. You can see on the screen, this is the format. We begin with the, in the middle of the this entire box, the name of the issuing authority along with the place, just like ABC Public School, comma, Faridabad. Then the word in the next line in block letters, word notice. Then on the left hand side, next line is date with month in words. After that, in the middle, next line in the middle, we should write the heading, the title, the subtitle. We should specify the purpose of that writing notice. Now, as far as the content is concerned, there are certain mandatory points, guys. The target group, किसके लिए ये notice लिख रहे हो आप? The name of the program, the time, the date, the venue, all these things or certain other additional information which may be given in the question, which may not be given in the question, should be written here. If you are announcing any event, so there has to be a last date for registration. अगर हम कहें कि कोई इवेंट है जैसे इंटर हाउस कोई कंपटीशन है तो उसे एक लास्ट डेट होती है फॉर रजिस्ट्रेशन. दैट शुड बी मेंशन इन द नोटिस. The person with whom the registration is to be done, his name or her name should also be there. If the matter involves some participation in some event, so the need for consent letter of the parent should be mentioned compulsorily. In case you're going for some expedition to some place, so there the consent letter, the NOC, the no objection letter, all this should be signed by the parent, submitted to the school. In the end, on the left hand side, we write the name of the person who is issuing this notice along with his designation, his or her designation, maybe Arushi Mittal and head girl. This is the marking scheme of this entire question. The format is of 1 mark. The content, the main part, the content is of 2 marks. There is a target group for whom this notice is meant. Then what is going to happen, when is going to happen, where is going to happen, and the agenda of that notice. All this, the part of the content, is of 2 marks. And for coherence, for the continuity, for the spelling, for the grammatical accuracy, that is basically expression, 1 mark is there. This is, students, a specimen. I have taken a notice, and there is a specimen whereby we are going to deal with the each and every part of the notice. I read the question for you. You are Bhumika Sahani, President of the Cultural Forum of Army Public School, New Delhi. You have organized an inter-school patriotic singing competition on Republic Day. Write a notice informing the students about this event. So now we are going to see how we will write this notice. We begin with the issuing authority's name, Army Public School, New Delhi, the place where this notice is to be put. In the next line, in the middle, in the capital letters, we write the word notice. On the left hand side, date with the words, month in the words, and the year. Followed by next line in the middle, the title, the heading, inter school singing competition. That the heading should be giving precise knowledge about what is the notice all about. And then we have the body, which is including the purpose of writing the notice, any event is there that is being mentioned, the occasion is also mentioned, the date, time, and venue, everything is mentioned here, followed up by some details. Now I'll just read the question for you now. The cultural forum of the school has organized an inter-school patriotic singing competition. So that was the purpose on the occasion of Republic Day. So this is the occasion. More than 20 schools from the city will participate. The program will be held immediately after the flag hoisting ceremony at 8 am. So the purpose, the event, and the occasion, along with the date, time, venue, has been mentioned here. Now, there just like there is an event, so there has to be a time limit and the person to whom you have to give your names. Students interested in participating should give in their names by 10th of January to undersigned. Undersign the writer's name, the writer's signature, and the designation. You may give the signature, you may not give the signature. That depends what you have been taught. So Bhumika Sahani, her signature, her name, and her designation, which is the president of the cultural forum, which is there in the question itself. So with this specimen, I think you must be having an idea about how to write a notice. Now these are the students' various topics for notice writing which may come in your examination for your practice also. There are cultural and academic activities. Notices can be for any picnics or for tours or excursions, for any camps, for sports, for NSS, for Red Cross, or any kind of camps which are held inside or outside the school. There can be notice for lost and found of things, maybe lost or found a bracelet or a watch or some briefcase. There can be certain amount of celebration, just like you're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the school, that way, or some public notices. So these are different topics. I have again taken another question to further it. You are Vibha, Literary Secretary of CH Public School, Palwal. Your school is organizing an inter-school debate competition for which you need participants from class 11th to represent your school in the competition. The club is organizing an audition for the same. Put up a notice to inform the students with all relevant details. Now students, this notice is about that audition which is going to be held. okay, for that particular event, which is going to be held in the at a later date. So this notice is not for that particular this event. This notice is for the recent event, that is in audition. So the heading was specify the purpose of writing notice, and that is for auditioning of for that inter-school debate competition. So as you know, we begin with the issuing authority's name, that is CH Public School, followed by the word notice. On the left hand side, the date, month and the year, and then followed by in the middle the title. Audition for inter-school debate competition. Then we have the content, the body part. Our school is organizing an inter-school debate competition. Anesthesia should be banned. This is the topic on which you are holding or you will organize an inter-school debate competition on 18th August 20XX. The selections will be held on 15th of July 20XX in the school auditorium during the lunch recess. Students who wish to participate should register their names with the undersigned on or before 12th July. So you have given that selections would be held on a particular date, the inter-school debate competition would be held on a particular date, and there is a date to get yourself registered also for this particular audition. So, and here we are seeing that everything is in the third form. I, my, me, first or second form is not to be used in a notice. We also always write on the third form. The topic for selection round is children should be allowed mobile phones in school. So this is a topic for which you have to give the audition, followed by the writer's name and her designation. This is another example which I have taken about a very common topic. As the vice principal of your school, write a notice regarding implementation of new school uniform in your school. Mention the given guidelines for purchasing new uniform and relaxation given to students of some classes. So this is an important question because this is not the regular question which comes regarding some event or some celebrations. So we begin with the issuing authority, the school's name where this notice is to be put, followed by the word notice, followed by the date and the heading, new uniform. This is to inform all the students and parents that the school management committee has decided to change the uniform of the students to meet with the climatic conditions pertaining to this area. Be very specific, students, when you're writing a notice, especially this kind of notice, because I told you in the beginning it is very formal. So language has to be formal and factual based on the facts. So just when you're reading, when you're watching this particular video, so read the language also. For the newly admitted students, it is mandatory, while for others, it will be mandatory from August 15. Refer the notice board for the sample of the same or contact the undersigned, Mr. P.K. Singh, the Vice Principal of the school. So, very specific notice, very clearly, cutly mentioned here what is required from the students for a particular reason. Now, students, towards the end, I have given certain value points for some important topics of notice writing. I've taken just 5-6 examples and what can be written if that kind of question comes. So the first is Silver Jubilee celebration. With immense pleasure, all are hereby informed that our school is celebrating its Silver Jubilee celebration on completing 25 years of its meritorious services to society. So the language with which we start the answer is very important. The body content part, it has to set the tone for the remaining of the answer. So you're given what is the notice all about, the event, the occasion, everything has been given. Then there are some celebrations, so there has to be some date, time and venue which is mentioned here. And because there is a celebration of Jubilee celebration is there, 25th celebration, 25 years have been completed. So there has to be some guest. So that chief guest name is also to be mentioned in the body part. Mr. M.K. Patra, Honorable Health Minister of Delhi, has consented to be the chief guest. So this is the part of the body content of the notice, followed by the writer's name and the designation, which you can see. Next topic which I have taken is excursion to Shimla. The school is going to is organizing an excursion to Shimla for 4 days in the first week of June for class 11th and 12th students. Total expenditure will be rupees 10,000 per student. Interested students should contact the undersigned and, very very important, deposit the money along with the consent letter from their parents. So these 2 points, money as well as the consent letter, is important because it has the notice has to end with it. Then another important topic, election notice. Students of class 9 to 12th class are hereby informed that the elections to the offices of President and Secretary will be held on 25th May 2021. Nominations for the said offices duly proposed and seconded by the students of these classes should reach the undersigned by 15th of May. So you are writing the notice, maybe as a vice principal, maybe as a student's leader, student's head. So the language has to be very curt and specific. Next, I've taken a topic where you have we have an earthquake, and for that particular uh, calamity, you are going to do some collection work. So all of us are aware that the earthquake in Kerala has caused a great loss to the life and property of the people. So they need immediate help. All the students and staff members are requested to contribute at least rupees 500 per head to help the poor victims. The money will be sent to PM's National Relief Fund. So this way the topic is very curt and very specific. Next heading, next question which I have taken is school magazine. The school magazine named Amisha is going to be published soon. For this, all the students and staff members are requested to send their poems, stories, tidbits, articles on the current topics. Their tidbits, articles on current topics to the undersigned latest by particular date. And then, because it is for the school magazine, so it used to be very very clear that the compositions must be computer typed. They should not be written through hands. And there has to be a font and the font size. So both must be given very clearly in the notice.